Good morning, traders. So let's move on with the DAX. Now, the DAX weekly it closed with a pretty good bar, but I think most of the day was nothing happening. And I think on the weekly right now is this crossover is quite telling. Okay, so we've got a crossover, we've got a twist, and we're just waiting for Span to break through price, and then we have three bullish signals on the weekly. Okay, so I'm still of the opinion that this rally, the strong rally that we had to this level here, which was a good 1,500 points, we are still due for the second upward move of this. Okay, so I know at the moment it doesn't feel that way, that we've got this big indecision of last week we didn't move, and yesterday was pretty much more of the same until the close. So let's just get down to the daily and we just start breaking it down. Okay, so from the daily perspective, you can see this rally was strong. We've pulled back to the 200 moving average and we've hit it 3 times and bounced off it. So yesterday we basically moved down, and then all of a sudden towards the close picked up some steam to come back to the top. So that's given us a close of a confirmation bar of this piercing bar. Okay, so remember what I said yesterday, this piercing bar is extremely bullish, and if we do get another green bar confirmation, then we have good potential. Okay, so the only negative part of this is that Tekinson and Kijinson, so Kijinson are red, Tekinsons are blue, are far apart, and they have crossed over in a bearish manner. And you can see how we pretty much closed right on that level. Okay, now if I look to the left, there's nothing else from an ichimoku perspective on the daily that is going to offer me any resistance or support for that matter. So everything is going to be related to the inside bar. So the inside, the inside tail. Let's clarify that, because inside bar is, there's an inside bar. So you know what I'm talking about. So my inside tail, there's my first inside tail on the daily. We have broken that level, and I don't see another one. There's the next one. Well, actually, that's the next one there. See, there's the next inside bar, and that's pretty much where we closed. Okay, and then you can see each one of these tails will be used as resistance. Okay, exactly the same as what happened here. They will be used as resistance. I mean, that's just the way it works. Now, what we do have is we've got another daily level here, which is, there's our first inside tail. Okay, so that would be sort of the level of support that I'd be looking for. So if we do fall below that, then I'll start looking at a different tune. But for now, I think we've got the confirmation of the move up. So this bigger double bottom here is very much in play, and what I'm going to do here is highlight that level there, lined up with a couple of these tails and these tails here. Okay, so this is now looking to be a pretty big double bottom. Okay, double bottom in a very large uptrend. So we've had one push up, one push down, 2 pushes up. So that's a double move up. The market's always happening in 2 moves, so that was 2 moves, and now we've had 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've had a 3 move correction. So 1, 2, 3. And we're now moving up. Okay, and that's very typical of how it works. It's always working in 2s. One push up, 1 push down, 2 pushes up. And then sometimes you get a 3rd push, but often it's just a 2 push move. And then you've got one move down, 1 move up, 2 moves down. There's our 2 moves, and we're now moving back up. Okay, so let's just get to the 4 hour and have a look what's going on. So we are ranging. Okay, you can pretty much see that. Like I said yesterday, there's the top of the range. I'm just going to move this line and use it for our bottom of the range. That is our range. Okay, so a break of this will give us a range break to the next level, and just see what that level is. So that's 320 points. See what we have here. Okay, so we've got all these tails at the top here. So that's kind of the target area that we're looking for. Okay, and that's only if we break this range at the moment. So we need to break above this fractal here on the 4 hour, and that would be very bullish for a move to the top here. Okay, so Ichimoku's perspective, we're in the cloud, we're ranging. We have had a breakthrough over here. Okay, so Chicospan has broken through, and we need Chicospan now to break through the cloud, which would be positive. We need a crossover here. We haven't had a crossover, so everything's flat, but we have had a twist. So this is broken through price, which is bullish. Okay, we are top of the cloud. Now, remember what I always say, third time lucky. So there's the first time, there's the second time. This is now the third time that we've touched the top of the cloud. And often when it does this, I just want to go back in time. You can see, okay, here's 3 attempts, 1, 2, 3, and it failed, and obviously broke back through the cloud. Okay, so, and I suppose we're not going to get a picture where we try 3 times and succeed. But anyway, so basically what normally happens is once you've had your third attempt at the cloud, it either breaks through or it fails and it moves to the downside. Okay, but one way or another it will move to the upside or it will move to the downside. It may only just come test the bottom here or just have a 50% pullback and then try it and then break through, or it'll just break through the bottom here and find some support at the bottom and then start again. But for now, we are top of range, so I'm kind of reluctant to look for longs here. Okay, so again, I mean, yesterday I was pretty much stopped out of this trade as well, and I got in right at the open when we gapped down to this level here, and I'll show you on the lower time frame why there was a reason to get in. And yeah, we rallied, and then I was expecting this 200-hour moving average to hold. It didn't, and that basically trailed me out. And then lo and behold, we came down, tested this bottom, and then moved to the upside. Okay, so now, you know, I just said I'm reluctant to go to long here, but I suppose looking at this, we may actually have a long. Let me just put these 2 lines in. Wow. Put those in there. So we have a double bottom in a bull trend. Okay, so this is a bull trend. If I can't show you by blocking this out, but if you start here and you move up, price is in the left and moving up to the top right corner. So the trend is up. So we have a bull trend. Okay, yes, we are in a bigger sort of range, but this has been a 2-day bull trend. Right, now we've had a double bottom in a bull trend and we've broken. So we've broken this mini range. You can see here, up, down, up. Okay, we broke through and we closed above it. So now the trick is to see if this holds. If it holds, then we have potential for some upside and potentially this level to break. But the reason I'm concerned of going long here is because I suspect there will be some profit taking at this level, and even if it is only back down to test this break and then break through, or it could be down, test this break and move to the downside. So because we're so close to the top of the range, 80% of your breakouts fail. So I'd rather focus on trying to get a better entry down here and look for the short up here and see how far you get down. But this level did break, and we have broken out the cloud. So from a 1 hour ichimoku's perspective, we are bullish. Okay, but we are in a range. So we need to break this range for bullish sentiment to continue. What could happen is if we just fall back down and break through the cloud to the downside, like we have been doing. Okay, so you can see, so there was an attempt to break through. We came back, okay, and was broken through, and then we break back to the downside. So yeah, I see this. If you put a Bollinger on this, you'll see that this is a Bollinger W here, and that pattern, that target was hit pretty spot on, I think. So it's 124. Yep. So that target was hit right here. So this breakout here, target was there, it was hit. So we've had another breakout. So maybe we are in luck that we're going to break this range. One thing for sure, if we do break this range here, this level here, you can expect pretty much a pretty big move to the upside. So you'll be able to hold on for those 300 odd points. Okay. So what am I doing today? I'd like to say that I feel this is going to continue, but logic needs to overrule the heart here. This is top of range, so the higher probability is that the top of the range gets rejected and we move to the downside. So that is a higher probability. If we do get an hour close above this pivot here, okay, then I would change my tune. So then we'd start looking to build the longs. But for now, I still think there'll be profit taking here. So what I suspect is some kind of a little pullback, and then I will take a stab at getting long. Okay, so Ichimoku is positive. Everything is positive. We're through price. We're through the cloud. We've got a twist. We've got a crossover. So everything is bullish on Ichimoku on the hour. I just want to see. I want a better risk to reward. So I'd prefer to be in down here, to be honest. But whether we get that is another story. And I also want to see us stay above this 200-hour moving average convincingly. So in other words, I want to see the 200-hour moving average starting to point up, because at this stage, you can see it's horizontal to pointing down. We are slightly turning up. You can see there, slightly turning to the upside. So we have had a curve here, which, so there are lots of signals that we could break this level. But as I say, 80% of breakouts failed, so I'd rather wait for a pullback to get in. Okay, even if it does break through here, I'll wait for the pullback. It may only be a 1 or 2 bar pullback to come and test this level, but I'll wait for that. Now, before we close off, just want to show you why I say yesterday there was a long at the open. Okay, so basically, let's just go down to a low level. So at the open, what I tend to do is I just watch it with normally sort of a 6-minute or a 5-minute time frame. So you can see this is a 6-minute time frame. Okay, there was nothing here indicating on my oscillators that they were grouping to the bottom, like here, which is indicating a move up. But there was something even better. Okay. Okay, so there you have the bottom of the cloud, which is on 50% Fibonacci. Okay, then you have some more flat cloud right over here, which is right on the 61.8% Fibonacci. Okay, so as soon as this bar was formed on the 61.8 and using these clouds as support, so basically using that one and using this one, there was a trade. Okay, and the trade was quite simple. As soon as this bar was finished long, because you can see we closed above the 200 here, so you could have gone long straight away, or just used your noggin and just put a trade in on the 200 moving average. So it would have saved you an extra 2 or 3 points, but the risk to reward here is low. So it's 30-point risk on this as a bounce off the bottom of the cloud for a move to the upside. Okay, and then your targets here would have been, you would have started looking at these areas here. You see where all these tails are here and this. So you would have first looked for your first inside tail, there it is. Then move to a second inside tail, okay, and then your third inside tail. So there are the 3 inside tails, and you can see how we pretty much we actually aimed for that inside tail there and one higher. So those are the ones that we aimed for. And then all you'd be doing is you'd be watching this pretty much on a lower time frame, and you can see how the first bit of profit taking happened here, and then you had a second push at 9 o'clock to the upside. Okay, so this was at 8 o'clock, and this was the 9 o'clock bar here, and then you can see the selling happen. But even if you just aimed for this level here, that would have been your quick. So for a 30-point risk, you're looking at 60 points, so it's a 2-to-1 trade. Okay, so that's kind of how the play worked out for me. Anyway, so for today, you can see on the low time frames how the oscillators did group to the top at the close. So I do suspect some kind of a consolidation to the downside here before we move to the upside. And you can probably pick it up on the hour. You see how it's all, so the 12 minutes, sorry. So you can see how we grouped, oscillators are grouped. So I would expect, I'd like to see something like this before going long. But anyway, so that's my play today. I'm still kind of bullish, but we are top of range, so I prefer to be a lot further down. So I will wait to see what we can get. Anyway, guys, hope that helps, and stay safe, enjoy the day, and I'll catch you guys later.